Okay, so as we all know, karate begins and ends with a bow. So let's go ahead and do Seiza real quick. Okay, so Seiza. Maxo. Maxo Yame. Shomani. Hey! Akani. Hey! Okay, let's get some blood moving. Let's warm up. Jumping in place. So for this class, we'll be working on range of motion to legs and hips and conditioning for arm techniques, blocks, and punches. Particularly sometimes I see people using just their shoulders to punch. That's not very healthy. Right leg forward. Left leg. Okay. Right, left leg, ankle around. Reverse. And knee. Hip. Right leg, ankle around. Reverse. Knee. And hip. Okay. Feet apart, hips around. Keep your head still. Reverse. Shoulders. Reverse. Arms around. Reverse. Crossing. Palms up. And over your shoulders. Twisting. And body around. Reverse. Grab your elbows down. Feel in your legs. Okay. Hands behind your back. Look behind you. Left hand up. Over to your right. Left hand to your toes. Right hand up. Over to your left. And reach for your toes. Bend your left knee. Both feet flat. Hands to the floor. Legs straight. Forehead to your knee. And other side. Both feet flat. Hands to the floor. And both legs straight. Stand up, head up and down. Your shoulder. Left to right. And around. Reverse. And shake it out. Turn around straight up. Here's front. Okay, so first part of class, we'll go through the techniques which we'll be strengthening, And then at the end of the class, we'll make sure they're striking. So again, starting simple chokuzuki. Right hand out. Okay, punching. Okay, so actually left hand out. I'll do mirror to everyone. So if I say right, that means it's your right, not my right. Okay, so punching right hand first. Just chokuzuki shudan. No speed, no power. Focus on smooth movements. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Punching jodan. Don't raise your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down. Ich, ni, sam. Keep your shoulder down. Shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Agurite, rising block. Ich, ni, sam, shi. Keep your shoulders down. Go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Sotoke, middle block. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Okay. Get on right. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Yeah, man. Okay. So that was intended to be slow and pedantic to think about what your shoulders are doing. So what you don't want to see is people punching in a way that rises the shoulder or blocks in a way that brings your shoulder out of socket. You want to keep the shoulder down. Okay, the idea is that when you do techniques, you should be able to see over the shoulder and see the neck. If you're hiding the neck, you're probably raising your shoulder. And I'll explain how that loses power here in a moment. But first, let's make sure we know what muscles we're going to use. So everyone grab their chair. And we're going to do dips off the front of our chair. So in order to do a dip, you have the palm heel on the chair, and you're just going to drop your weight until your knees, elbows are bent, and come back up. Okay? But what you don't want to do is put your shoulders in your ears. So the idea is that when you're doing the technique, you're squeezing your middle back and keeping your shoulder. You should be able to see my neck the entire time when I'm doing this. If I let my shoulders go and hide my neck in total, that means I'm not using my middle back. You want to use your middle back like you're bringing your shoulder blades together. Don't let your ears go into your shoulders. Okay, try to keep your shoulders away from your ears as much as possible. Okay, wide grip or shallow grip, doesn't matter. What we're doing here is trying to find the muscles. Okay, so 10. 1 count down, 1 count up. Okay, and try to bring your butt as close to the floor as possible. Okay, ready? Ich down, knee up. Sam down, shi up. Go down, rock up. Sich down, hutch up. Q down, ju up. Yame. Real quick, while your arms are still sore, back to punching. Feel that same feeling, like you're trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Punching shudan. Half speed, feel the burn. Ich, ni. Make sure you feel your inner shoulders. Sam, shi, go, rook, sich, hutch, q, ju. Okay. Faster. Remember, squeeze the shoulders. Don't let them rise up. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, Rook, Sich, Hutch, Q, Ju. Yame. So ideally, we're trying to work the middle of the back here. Not the neck, the middle of the back. This keeps your arm locked into your core. If you let your armpit show too much, that probably means you're disconnecting your arm from your body. So you want to keep your arm tight. The way I tell children, if you punch, pretend I'm trying to grab you in your armpit. Hide your armpit for as long as possible from me. Don't let your armpit open up and come out. You want to hide your armpit through the technique. Okay? So by doing that, you squeeze your middle back. Okay, so that was dynamic drill to help you find that. Now we'll do a static drill. Everyone knows what a plank is, right? Okay, so we'll start with doing a plank and then we'll modify it and we'll do 10 counts to make sure that you're using your whole core to support your muscles. So we'll start with a plank with elbows and the ground. I'm gonna do it sideways so you can see the angle of my body. Okay, so just so you have this reference, there's this nice X here so you see what's lateral and what's not. So again, plank, forehead to the ground, hands about face level. You know, they don't need to be far out or way underneath, but hands about face level, okay? The idea here is you're not letting your hips drop, you're not sticking your butt up in the air, you're trying to keep it straight from skull to heel. Keep a straight board of a back, okay? So 10 counts. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, sichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Relax. Okay? So you should feel the front and your back both contributing to keeping that tight. Okay, everyone got that? Next one. Plank again, except this time, straight arm. So if my chest is right on this X, my head's up here on the top of this, I'm gonna put my hands on this blue line and work from there. So now the way this looks right here is my hands are below my shoulder, okay? And put them right in the middle, okay? So 10 counts here. Fists in the middle of what your chest would be, shoot on level, and 10 counts. If you need to widen your feet, go for it. Okay, ready? Up, ich, fist, knee, sam, shi, fist in the center, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Okay, yame. Keep your hands exactly where they are. Next part. The reason why you have your hands in the center, because this is the same posture when you punch. So the next part of the drill, instead of using two hands, one hand. And don't do this. Not Kazamizuki, Chokuzuki. So in this case, you need to widen your feet, go for it. But the idea is that you're having your fist directly in center, not off to the side. So you're using your pectorals to hold this in, and your trapezius and your lats to hold it cemented to your back. What I do not want to see is you're trying to hide your ear and your shoulder. Keep your shoulder down. So if I were to do it with my right hand, I don't want to do this, okay? Try to bring your shoulder down as close as possible to the middle of your back, okay? Don't let your shoulder come up. That will disconnect and you're going to contort. Okay, so hands in the center. Okay, let's do your left hand first. Ready? Now, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Switch, relax. Okay, now right hand. 10 counts, okay? You can't make 10 counts, take a quick quarter-second break and come back up. Try to get all 10 counts in some way or another. Okay, leg straight, right hand. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, sich, hach, kyu, ju. Yame. Okay. How's that feel? Kind of feel lower in the back rather than in your shoulders. Let's test it. Again, Chokuzuki punching. Same feeling. All those muscles you're using right now, try to use them when punching. So, okay, starting left hand out. Okay, punching Chokuzuki. Ready? Half speed. Ich, ni, sam, Shi, Go, Rook, Sich, Hutch, Q, Ju. Speed, remember, squeeze those muscles you were using just like you were doing flank. Ich, Ni, Sam, Shi, Go, Roku, Sichi, Hachi, Q, Ju, Yama, Relax. By the end of this, it shouldn't be your shoulders that are sore. It should be your back that's sore because you're using that to tie everything to your spine. Okay. Okay. Next one. If you have to use a pillow for this, so be it. But we'll be digging our elbow into the ground now. So again, position myself. My chest is right on the X. I'm gonna use rising block. Okay. So a lot of people when they do rising block, I feel like they just disconnect their shoulder and just kind of throw their arm up there and don't connect here. What I want you to do is be able to pull down, and it should feel like you're trying to hide your armpit the best you can, using your middle back muscles, not just letting your arm fly up. Okay? So if you do this wrong, you'll be bucking and swaying and all that, but the idea is trying to bring your shoulder away from your ear. You have a stronger algorithm. So let's start here first with both hands forward. Okay? So this one, your elbows are about ear height or maybe forehead height. So, and then let's lean on your left first so that your head is in line with your fist and your shoulders underneath you. Okay, don't let your shoulder get away from you. Keep your shoulder underneath and keep your back straight as possible. Okay, 10 counts. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, sich, hach, ju, ju. Okay, switch the other side, relax. Again, using your core to hold it together. Don't stick your butt up in the air. Don't drop your hip. Keep your body straight. Okay, this is like if you're actually blocking someone. You're taking the pressure through your body. So again, this side, right hand. Ready? Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, sich, hach, chu, ju, yame. Okay, let's test it. Rising block. Remember, don't let your armpit get away from you. Keep your middle back engaged because when you hit that arm, you're going to need connection to your body. Okay, starting out with your left hand forward. Okay, Ayurveda, rising block. Slow. Ich, ni, keep that connection. Sam, shi, go, roku, sichi, hachi, Q, Ju. Speed and power. Remember, keep the connection. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, sich, hach, Q, Ju. Yame. Okay. Next one. Using the chair again. Get on by. Okay. Although it's a sweeping technique, you still have to connect to your body. So your lower muscle here, this is your tertius. You want to make sure that make sure your elbow is close to your body and connected. Not up and open, but close to your body and connected. Okay. And here's how we're going to test that. I'm going to put my head closer to the back of the chair. Okay? If I let my shoulders go, it's going to look awful. Keeping it tight, in this case, pointing down. I know it's hard to see the angle, but approximately 45 between my arm and my chest. Okay? So the idea here is that you're still keeping the plank, but you're also tucking in your arms. So this is slightly different before, we were straight out or up. We're actually bringing it down. Okay? So let's do that 10 count. If you need to use a pillow, so be it. If you have a wooden chair, it might be a little harder. especially if it keeps you slipping. Okay, again, find that angle first in 10 counts. Ready? Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, left hand, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, right hand, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rok, sich, hach, kyu, ju, yummy. Okay. While you still feel it, get on dry. Left hand out first. Remember, slow first. Find those muscles. Okay. Ich, ni, hide your armpit. Sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Speed and power. Remember, keep the connection. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, rock, sich, all the way up to your head, Sergey. Hach, kyu, ju, yame, relax. So you should feel the middle of your back doing most of the work, not your shoulders. So does anyone have any questions? If you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself or hit the space bar to talk. Okay, good. So I'm going to give you a break from your arms for a second. I promise I'll come back to them later. Let's do kicking drills, okay? So Maegiri, Mawashigiri, Keiage, Kekome. I'm going to focus on Maegiri and Mawashi first. If we have time, we'll get to Keiage and Kekome. So again, for this one, let's go straight to the chair. I'm going to put the chair, literally, if you see the chair is near the blue line, and my toes will be right up against that. I don't want to be further back. That's cheating. So I have reference on the floor for you guys. So again, when you do Maegiri, tuck, kick, tuck again, and come back down without touching the chair. Okay. Okay. And don't do this either. Okay. Try to keep a posture on your hips. Okay. So my elbow should not move during this, because I'm trying to keep on top of my hips. I don't want to be moving around. Okay. If it's too high and you have flexibility issues, you might want to step a little further back. But the idea is up, out, back, down. Okay. Don't touch the chair. Okay. So first your right leg, then your left leg. Okay. Each time, making sure you do not touch the chair. Ready? 1 count, each kick. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Speed. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju, ich, ni, sam, shi, go, roku, shichi, hachi, kyu, ju. Yummy. So next one. So last Saturday I did a drill with Mawashigiri to make sure your hip went up first and your leg went over. So ideally what it is, I was in front stance here, my leg would come up, come over the chair, and same thing on the back over. Unfortunately what happens a lot of times when people do that, they lose the balance of the supporting leg. So to make it easy for you today, We're going to do this from the floor. So in this case, I'm going to do it sideways first. I'm going to be laying on the floor sideways. I'm going to put the chair over one of my legs. And the chair is going to be obstruction. So in this case, I have my left leg under the chair, and my hips pretty much near the back of the chair. I'm going to fold my leg, same as Mawashigiri, with my heel flat on the floor. And for each count, I'm going to come over and down, back and over. So each time, clearing the back of the chair. So no point in time am I going to run my knee into the chair. The idea here is that large hip movement, but I'm taking away the fact you have to balance on your supporting leg. So what I'm looking for is to make sure your hips have the right range of motion to go over, down, and back over before we establish balance, okay? So again, back of the chair toward you, toward your hip. You're trying to clear the chair, ball the foot down, then back, heel, foot flat in the floor, okay? Let's do stroke one over, even stroke back. So odd forward, even back, okay? So again, left leg under the chair, facing the camera, right leg coming over. Okay, ready? Itch. Large hip movement. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Now, although I said large hip movement, you should be feeling it here on your side abdominals, okay? This is where you're squeezing, okay? Not only your hip flexors that bring your knee up sideways, you're also going to be squeezing your torso. If you don't, you just squeeze your hip, you're probably going to hit the chair. So you're squeezing your torso during this move, okay? So again, 10 more, except one count is over and back. Do not touch the chair. Ready? Itch. Knee. Really pull ball the foot to the floor when you hit. Make sure the ball touches the floor when you hit. Some. Same thing, Alex. Turn your foot more. She. Over and back, one count. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Yame. Other side. Other leg. And remember, the back of the chair is very close to your hip. And the idea is that you want the back of the chair to challenge your knee. Okay, you don't want your knee to drift in. You want to make sure that when you're coming over, you're going to be testing your flexibility and your range of motion. I've taken balance out of the equation. You do not need to support your leg, but you do need to make sure your hip is articulating correctly. Okay, ready? Left leg. Over one count, back second count. Ready? Itch. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roku. Flat foot, ball foot. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay? This time, over and back, one count. Try not to touch the chair and make sure you're testing your range of motion. Okay? You may find about muscles you didn't know you had before. Those are your Mawashigiri muscles. Ready? One kick per count, over and back. Ready? Itch. Woo. Knee. Some. She. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Yame. Up. Okay. Okay, now let's do Mawashigiri this time, standing. Okay, so let's start left leg forward, combine. Okay, so again, you want the feeling of coming up, over, then down. And the same thing on the back over. Do not do this. Over, or do not do this. Drag your foot, then come up and kick. That's a viable tournament kick, but that doesn't work here. Here's how I want you to do it so you know you're doing it. I want you to put your rear hand behind you, hit your ankle, come over and down. Up, touch, up, come back, touch your ankle, then down, okay? So keep this arm behind you, not in front, behind you. So that way your leg needs to come up first, okay? So again, starting with your right leg kicking first. Okay, left leg forward, get on back. Come on. Okay, remember, arm behind you. Okay. Kick in, second count, step back. Make sure you bring your leg over. Ready? Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. Kick in, reset, one count. Okay. Ready? Remember, hit your ankle into your hand. Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. All right, other leg, left leg. Same thing. Kick in, one count, step back, second count. Ready? Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay. Kick in one and back. One count. Full stroke. Remember, this is the most important part. I'm not looking as much as the kick itself, as much as what you're doing with your rear leg. Once you want to channel that power here, your Mawashigiri will be much more powerful. Okay. We need to make sure you develop these muscles first. Okay. Left leg, ready? One count, each kick, in and out. Itch. Knee. Some. Shi. Go. Roku. Shichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Yame. Now, if you're doing it right and holding your arm back, you should feel the same muscles. pinching your scapula together. You're being lazy and let it hang out. You're not working the muscles. So even though it's working your legs, I need to make sure you're working your arms at the same time. Okay. All right. So we went through punching, blocking, Maigiri, and Washigiri. There's one more kick I want to go over. This is the one kick I feel that requires the most amount of enunciation. It's the major kick we see in the first couple of kata, but you rarely ever see it in tournaments. Yokogiri Kyage. So let me explain the flight path of Yokogiri Kyage. So two ways of doing Yokogiri Kyage. Kyage means to snap. So the idea is that when you're kicking, the leg snaps around your knee, just like Maigiri. And that is where the similarity ends. Because in Maigiri, your toes come up and strike your opponent the ball of the foot. For Kyage, your toes actually continue pointing forward to where your belt's pointing, and you strike with the blade of your foot. Entirely different techniques, similar movement of the knee, but there's a rotation in Yokogiri Kyage. So from the side, directly into the camera, my idea is my knee points to the camera. And if you notice, my big toe is continue pointing to that wall. And I'm going to trace that wall with my toe, and the last moment, turn my hip and strike with the blade of my foot. Okay, so my knee is going to point to the opponent, or sometimes maybe 30, 45 degrees off. You don't have the hip flexibility. And your foot is going to rotate around, and your knee joint is going to point sideways along the foot at the very end. You do not point your knee up. That's Maigiri. So again, enunciation, knees pointing to you, pointing to you, pointing to you, and all of a sudden right here it starts turning over along with the ankle. Okay, so the idea is you're striking with the side of your foot, not with the ball of your foot. There's no better way to enforce something by putting an obstacle in front of you. So here's what we're going to do. Again, I'm going to use this blue line as my hip line. So I'm going to go to the floor. My hip is on the blue line. Okay, I'm going to kick with my right leg, point my knee toward you, and my ball, my foot, I'm going to keep on the ground the entire time. So this one, you don't have to worry about balance. You're going to push the ball of your foot. Don't worry about your knee. Push the ball of your foot and trace the ground. And at the very end, your knee will come up because your ankle is coming up. And then on the way back, trace the ground with the ball of your foot. Okay? Don't let your toes come up like this. The entire time, you're trying to jam your big toe and ball of the foot into the ground. Okay? So let's do this slowly. Trace the floor. If you have to reposition the camera, go for it, because I know that this is working from the ground. So if you need to twist your hip, get flexibility, so be it. But the idea is I'm trying to teach your knee to stay in position and figure out what other muscles you're going to use. So I'm going to keep my hip flat. Okay? So for here, you can also do it against the wall. Put your face against the wall if you need that. That does require a little more balance, but you can do that as well, like this. That's also possible. So face right in the wall. I'm going to do it for the floor just because I'm taking out the equation of balance out. Okay, so again, right leg, one count up, one count down. Okay, so keep the ball of your foot pressed into the ground. Trace the floor. Ready? Itch. Knee down. Okay. Watch what your hips trying to do. Sam up. If hips buckling you, that sometimes happens with flexibility. Down, she. Go up. Down, rook. Sich, up. Down, hutch. Up, Q. Down, Jew. Remember, your knee should stay pointing out laterally the entire time. Don't try to move your knee around. Keep your knee pointed at the camera. Okay, ready? 10, up and down slowly. Keep your knee entirely lateral. Itch, and down. Knee, and down. Okay. If you notice my leg is straight up and down this red line, my kicks eventually go perpendicular along the blue line. Use these as metrics. She, go, keep your knees to the floor. Hook, sich. Hutch, keep the ball of the foot in the ground. 9, 10, 1. So remember, all that twisting you were doing your hip to try to stay in place, those are all the muscles you're trying to train to maintain the posture of Kage. So sometimes it's right above your hip bone in the rear. Sometimes it's even the front, the top of your quadriceps where there's a hip flexor right there. You need to stretch that out. A lot of people, what they do is they'll let that one win and their knee will come over and they're doing Kikome instead of Kage. Okay, so try to figure out what your hip's trying to do and figure out how to keep your hip flat on the ground. Okay, if your hip buckles and rotates, that means one muscle is winning. You don't want to win. Let's do the other side. So in this case, left knee pointing to the camera. And again, keeping the ball of your foot driven to the ground and keep your knee in the same place the entire time. Okay, you don't want to drop your knee and raise your knee. Same thing when you're kicking. With the point the knee to the target, I'm up and down. Okay. If your hip twists, try to keep it flat, but don't let it destroy the motion. Okay, ready? 1 count up, 1 count down. Itch. Just point your heel up, knee. When you're done, your heel should point to the ceiling. Sam, heel up. Shi, go. Roku. Giovanni, straighten her leg. Sichi. A little more, there we go. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay, one motion, up and down. Okay, try to figure out what your hip's trying to do and figure out what muscles it's trying to learn. Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Yame. Up. All right. So not a lot of kinetic movement, but a lot of fine tube movement, okay? So let's test it, make sure it works. So Kage, left and right. So laterally, one to the left and one to the right. And try to pay attention to what your knee's doing. If your knee's moving in position, your hip's probably driving that. So try to figure out what your hip's doing. One of the things that might help, putting your hands behind your back so you won't buckle. You'll find out. Okay? This might help you keep your posture and figure out what your hip's doing. Most often people would turn their hip back, twist their hip, rotate their hip. Okay? So again, left leg first, then right leg. Okay? Slow, no speed. Articulation. Ich. Knee. Make sure you point your toes to the camera. Sam. Well, in my case, I'm pointing to the camera. Shi. Go. Oku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Okay, a little more speed. Try to figure out where your brakes are. Ich. Ni. Sam. Shi. Go. Roku. Sichi. Hachi. Q. Ju. Remember, for Kage, your knee stays in line with the opponent. For Kikome, your knee comes in, tucks, and then pushes behind your heel. So Kage versus Kikome, larger movement for the Kikome. For Kage, once your knee comes up, doesn't really change my position. Kikome, my knee's going to drift. That's a major distinguishing factor. Okay? I can tell if you're doing Kage by Kikome by just looking at your knee. If your knee drips, you're doing Kikome. If your knee stays in place, Kage. Okay? Okay, let's make sure it all works. Again, I said I would come back to the arms. So again, remember, squeezing with your lower back. Right hand out, or left hand out. Chokuzuki. Okay, speed and power. Ich, ni, sam, shi, go, hook, sich, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feel your lower middle back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sergey, hand up to your shoulder. 4. Go. Look. 6, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Lower middle back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Look. 6, 8, 9, 10. My Gary. 1, 2, 3. Remember kicking over the chair. 4. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg forward. Kicking left leg and back each count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg. Other leg at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. Leg up, leg up. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yame. Relax. Okay. Any questions about those drills? Articulation, strength. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we'll go ahead and end class. Thank you very much for coming today. So again, let's finish class with Seiza. So sit up. Oh, jeez. Maxo. Maxo yame. Dojo-kun. 一つ人間関係にすること。一つ誠の道をもらうこと。一つ決定を得ましょうこと。一つレディを待ちょうこと。I forgot the last one, but that's okay. Show me. Hey! Hey! I'm gonna unmute all here real quick. Okay. Thank you, Rick.
It was a lot of
Thank you,
fun.
Shaun.
Yeah, thank you. Please warm down and stretch something. I'm pretty sure your back muscles will be sore, so make sure you stretch those so you don't have a cramp tomorrow. If you can't bring your hand above your shoulder tomorrow, you know why. So again, we're working the middle back, particularly the lower trapezius and the lats. And for the hip, obviously, we're working on the flexors. So, okay.
Thank you, Shaun. All right.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. All right. So again, same class again on Thursday, and then same URL on Friday. So I hope to see